Now the Citroën Basalt is here with the new coupe design and new features which are missing, which were in fact earlier missing in the cars. Now what you need to know about the features, performance of the version, as always, Overdrive has the details.
By the time you see this video, the actual prices for the Basalt should be out. You must have scrolled million reels and shots on the technical specifications, some of it on the Overdrive handle hopefully, but as we all know, that is not enough to understand a car. There's still plenty to explore and evaluate. How is it to drive? What has changed in Citroën's fifth product in the Indian market? What about the quality and the variety of features Citroën chose to put or skip in its previous offerings? Has Citroën addressed the concerns raised by you and us, which was acknowledged by the Stellantis top management as well? They had promised to address those concerns during our last interaction. Now the question is, are they enough? Let's see. Features which I like in this new Citroën Basalt. One is the face. This makes it look distinct. Now you have LED projector headlamp as well. You get powered ORVM. Now the key fob looks better. Now you get digital instrumentation, you get climate control buttons. Now you have wireless charger, handrest with storage space. Now the power window buttons on the doors. Very quirky, interesting feature, tiltable thigh support. Rear passengers get AC vents as well. Basalt gets two engine options, 1.2 naturally aspirated and 1.2 turbo petrol. I like it. Now the features which I don't like that much. Flap door handles, keyhole. These make this car look a bit dated. The Basalt doesn't get engine start stop button or a cruise control. You get 3 USB ports in Basalt, but all 3 of them are Type A. And in case you're a tall passenger like me, then headroom is an issue. And one feature which I don't like that much, but customers would miss it, a sunroof. Citroën Basalt's entry is an interesting phenomenon in a segment which is crowded by compact SUVs with similar silhouettes. The coupe shape is unique for Indian customers but not for long, as both Citroën and Tata Motors have decided to bet on this shape to break the monopoly of Korean and Japanese giants. So relying on the uniqueness of shape isn't going to be enough for this. Having said that, the car has a sleek, distinct and identifiable look from both ends. Coupe-shaped rear is obvious clue, but the front too gets a protruding grille which sets it apart from the existing Citroëns. Basalt is based on the same platform as C3, but other than the coupe shape, what all has changed? What are the new elements? Let's take a look at that. First thing first, the face. Upper half of this face is very familiar. With the Citroën logo, you have two horizontal chrome tip lines, then X-shaped DRLs, plus this new thing which is the projector LED headlamp. Second thing, or the second half of this face is new because this front grille treatment is different, and with this chrome tipped panels, this looks distinct. This Basalt gets 16-inch alloy wheels, plus the cladding is almost squarish. The wheel arches are not that amplified. You have some panels on the doors, plus rocker panel also gets blacked out treatment. Overall, this feels higher than it is. Actually, the ground clearance is 180 mm. But there are 3 elements which I want to highlight as far as sides of this Basalt is concerned. One is the ORVM, which is powered now, and then you still get this flap handle and keyhole, which makes it look a bit dated. Third thing, which obviously is the signature style or shape, is this sloping roofline, which is heavily raked, and you can see this shape is something which you will identify from a distance. So if you're following this car, this looks pretty distinct and interesting. As we mentioned earlier, the Basalt gets 2 engine options, 1.2 liter naturally aspirated 82 PS and 115 Nm option. And the other is 1.2 turbo petrol with 110 PS power and peak torque of 190 or 205 Nm depending upon the transmission you choose, 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic. We were driving the turbo version. Another disclaimer, as we drove the car for a couple of hours and mostly in the rain, we couldn't push the car to its limits. So let's call this the first impression report and start as the car felt ready to. Citroën Basalt Turbo feels like an eager car, ready to zip. Not till the turbo kicks in though. The lag is evident but doesn't ruin the experience, which could also get some improvement with a smoother throttle response. The car is easy to adapt to, and when you do, it feels like a happy car which you would want to push a bit more. The part of Goa we navigated through had enough speed breakers to test the control and suspension of the car. This is Citroen's forte, and they didn't miss it in Basalt as well. The suspension showed a good balance, it absorbed the bumps with confidence and didn't make the rest of the drive wavy or too soft. It also felt confident around the mild turns and twists of the interior roads of Goa. Overall, the car feels light and yet robust. The drive isn't the best in the segment, but feels adequate and comfortable for both city and highway drive. However, there are a couple of issues which Citroen should work on to make it even better. One is the NVH level, which could bother you if you are accelerating or on a highway speed. Plus, the reverse camera quality could use some extra megapixels, as the coupe shape anyway restricts some of your vision in the IRBM.
Citroen Basalt looks like a good package if you compare it with the products Citroen has in its lineup, but then it is not competing with them. This is competing with products which are dominating the segment from really long time, feature-rich, loaded products with those kind of features which used to be premium at one point of time, but now they are hygiene, and Basalt misses some of those features. Having said that, with its practicality, space, drive, engine options or performance and distinct look, this has a chance.